You know what that riff is? It is not Lagrima that I promised to do yesterday. I looked at this and was like, nah, I'll do something else. Harry, one of my students, said, do that one that your son Sam did. Sam, my son, you know, he does all the animations, brilliant animations, and he's a great writer with a fantastic book coming out shortly, The August Few. So this is, I'm doing this because he used this version of Marilyn Manson's version of this fantastic song, and I'll play it for you now. You'll know what it is. Your Own Personal Jesus, written by Depeche Mode, an 80s synth band, brilliant band, I think they're still going. Marilyn Manson, imagine taking him home to meet your parents. Mum, Dad, I'd like to meet my new boyfriend. Oh, what's his name, dear? Marilyn. Mum, Dad. But he's cool, isn't he? It's what rock and roll is all about. That's what rock and roll is. Before him, we had Alice Cooper. Right? You look at Alice Cooper, see what he was doing. You know, this. You think this is new, all you people who are younger than, a lot younger than me. It's not. Iggy Pop, go and check Iggy Pop out. You think he's weird? You go and check Iggy Pop out. Christ. Anyway, let's do this fantastic song written by Depeche Mode and a fantastic version by Marilyn Manson. Right. So before we start, all the component parts I've written out for you in my own hand here. So this is the little riffy thing. And all the layout for the song, if you want to play along with the Marilyn Manson version, is here. So all you've got to do is follow what's on this particular page here, and you'll be able to play the rest. Because my motto is keep it simple. We do not want to be cluttering up our brains with nonsense that we don't require. All right, now, first thing. This version is played with a capo on at, normally you wouldn't put a capo on an electric guitar, but for this we do. It's at the 2nd fret, all right? So if I play a chord that you're familiar with, say for example that shape, you'll say it's a D, and it is. It's a D shape. In actual fact, though, it's not a D because it's not living where it normally lives. But I'm going to call it D, all right. And every other chord I'm going to call, I'm going to call them by the name of the shape. I'm going to forget there's a capo on, and the only time it would be important, say you were playing a C like that, for example. The only, other guitar players would say, oh, I know what you mean, capo C. The only time it would be important is if you're playing with, say, a keyboard player, right? Who hasn't got a capo, obviously, clearly. So, what chord are you playing there, Rob? I'd say I'm playing I'm playing the shape C, but it's not. It's 2 frets up from where it normally. So it would be a D. All right. So only if you're dealing with keyboard players or whatever would you have to think hard about what the actual name of the chord is. I'm going to refer to everything we're going to do today by shape. All right. So if I'm playing that shape there, I'm going to call it F. Even though musically it's G, I'm going to call it F, okay? And I'm going to forget that's there. It's very important that we get that straight before we start. Okay, so let's look at the riff. Power chords. There's a number of power chords in this. This is the power chord we're going to use for E, which is just the first finger across the 5th string and the 4th string. You must not play strings 3, 2 and 1 at all. Can't do it, alright. That's the E we're going to use. The A, we're going to take this finger, move it down, and we'll play 5, 4 and 3. When we come to play a G, we will put our first finger on this is the root note here. I'm going to say it's G because, again, I've told you about the capo, it's at the 3rd fret. Normally it would be the root note. So a G power chord, we're going to use that finger there, and the 5th string at the 2 frets up. This is the best way to think anyway. And your little finger underneath that. You could do it like that if you want. I'm going to do it like that just so it's clear what's going on. So that's a power chord of G. If I wanted to do a power chord of C, the easiest way to do it is to move those 3 fingers down, and this would become the root note now, and these 2 would follow, and that would be the power chord of C. If it was up 2, it would be D. If it was a fret 1 there, using these 3 strings, it would be F or F sharp. You get the idea. If you're not sure, it's all here. laid out for you, dead easy. If I can do it, because I'm not a big theory nut, I'm really not, then you can do it, and I know that all you want to do is play the riff, so that's what we're going to do. So let's get straight into that. We're going to use this finger across the 5th and the 4th. Don't forget your ears normally played like this. We're going to substitute these 2 fingers with this one, like that, which means in effect we cannot now play the 3, the 2 and the 1. They are out of bounds completely. Alright, so bass string at the 3rd fret with your 2nd finger. Just put it on there, don't bend the note or pull it off. So up on the 4th string. I'll just turn this down a bit so it doesn't clutter what I'm saying. Up on the 4th string. Back on the bass string at the 3rd fret. And then 2 beats open again. Let's do up to there. And then to finish the riff, we'll go back onto the bass string at the 3rd fret. Pull off again. And then up on the 4th string. And a final pull off. I'll play that through. Now that whole riff runs over 2 bars, which means 2 counts of 4. I'll try and count it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you see on the next sheet of paper the 2 E's, each riff covers the 2 bars of E. All right, you'll get it when you play it. So that's what we do on the E, and that runs for 60% of the track. Okay, then we need to drop to an A, and all we do is simply move that finger down 1 string. And this is almost identical. We're only going to use we're only going to use 1 bar of the riff. Okay, we're going to come down from the 5th string this time. First finger on the 5th string at the 3rd fret and pull off. Up on the 3rd string. So, and then you go back onto the 5th string and pull off again. Let me do that again. 5th string. 5th string at the 3rd fret and pull off. Up on the 3rd string. And then put that finger on the 5th string at the 3rd fret, and now I bring my fingers off then and just pull off that 1 note. Why? Because I'm moving to the first of my other bar chords, which is going to be a G. Remember, I'm referring to it from, because I've got a capo one. So it's at the 3rd fret, and I'm going to play string 6, 5 and 4 twice. F sharp, the 2nd fret. I'll play what we got. Okay, now clearly it goes on longer and longer and longer and longer. The layout of the song will tell you where those bits go. Okay, now later on in the song, in the verse, it plays, rather than just go, which you could do, all alone, da, da, da. There's a percussive thing in the background going, and I thought it would be nice, it's a little bit, just makes it a bit more interesting to play. If you're playing it on your own with your band and you're the only guitar player in there, it's always good to do something like that. What am I actually doing in that? I'm playing the E chord, and I'm really hitting the I'm really just going for the 6 and the 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, da, da, da. It's like 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I can't even say it, but you get the idea. To a G, which is at the 3rd fret on the capo. To a D, which is I've jumped a string. I'm here now, so I'm playing strings 5, 4 and 3. A. Again, 5th string would be the bass note. B. 5th string would still be the bass note. Why? Because that finger's now on B. Okay? Now I'm going to play this so to put it into context with the track, and you'll hear what I mean. All right, so. I'll pick it up somewhere. Riff. Now they. Again, E, D, A, B, E, F sharp, F, riff, F sharp, F. There you go. That's it. You know, follow this. Remember, download the this stuff from my link below. As I say, I keep telling you this. It's all free, so you don't have to pay for anything at all. You know, and spread the word around. You know, just let's have fun. Let's just learn to play some guitar. All the layout for the track is here. So if you do that and you listen to what I've just said, you will be playing it exactly the same as the guitar player in Mr. Manson's group. All right. So. For those people who are looking forward to the classical thing, I promise you I'll do it. But I promised one of my younger students, Harry, that I'd do this today. So Harry, you owe me a cup of tea next time I see you, young man. Right, I will see you all again soon, and I promise you we will be doing Lugurima. All right, in the meantime, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.